I think the end of the era is a really wrong thing to think about. So, a lot of our competitors, these are very, very successful competitors, they have their phones built overseas, by Foxconn and other people in China and so forth. So, and it's been a traditional thing about how, other people will manufacture your phone. What I did was to take it one step further to let them design the hardware. And these people are very capable, and they all wanted their own local content. So I kind of make it a win-win proposition because of what their desire is. I always tell people, the smartphone in the future is about the smart. It's not about the phone. So if people focus on the phone, the physical phone itself, they might be missing the whole big equation. The smart about application, the smart about AI, the smart about personalization, decision making. It's really about that. And so we're doubling down on those. In my opinion, it's really the start of a new chapter rather than an end of an era.
So do I hear you saying you think other smartphone makers will have to stop making smartphone hardware as well? And if so, who?
So integration, when a market mature, any market mature, it's all about integration. And so in the past, when you start a phone company, like even at RIM, we build everything. We build, we have service mount lines. We build every phones. We build every devices. We build every screwdrivers or screws or tool set and so forth. Nowadays, those are obviously done by a lot of other outside vendors, and they do it very well. What we've done is just take it one step further and say, okay, you have the ability to also design the phone on the hardware side. We will control the design on the software, and we'll license that to you. And that's what we've been doing. So I don't know who else is going to go do that. I think my prediction in this market, only a very handful of very large volume player could do the complete integration themselves, including design of the hardware.
So,
that is.
Right. So speaking about these licensing deals, how much revenue do you think they'll actually bring in? So when this Indonesian partner starts selling BlackBerries, are we talking revenue in the tens or hundreds of millions of dollars?
I'm not going to give you that number, but I'll give you a batch of number, and you go do the math. So just in Indonesia, last year they sold 33 million phones. Indonesia, the market. Okay, obviously I cannot grab every single phone, so you could figure out what a local large distributor, a local telecom would be able to sell.
How close are you to another licensing deal with China? You mentioned China earlier.
Yeah. Now, first, I told everybody today that is not a guarantee, right? Because these things, the negotiation is quite complex. But we are at a very late stage. So I'm hoping that sometime in the next 6 months we'll have something that hopefully we could celebrate.
BlackBerry trading at 2.4 times forward sales versus 4 to 5 times forward sales for software companies. Do you think this will change now that you've made this decision?
I believe so. I believe that, but the market is also looking for the proof. And as we start seeing traction and revenue coming from this part of the equation, then I think people will start seriously looking at it, at the model.
Why should customers then choose your software over similar products by VMware or Microsoft or IBM, especially now that you're not making your own phones anymore?
A is the most secure, B is the most complete. And if you look at the latest Gartner report that just came out about 30 days ago, or maybe even less, they measure mobile security critical items. They have 6 critical, six critical items that or factors they want to manage everybody or rank everybody. We are number 1, all 6 of 6.